Hello everyone, it's vocabulary time again. I'm your teacher, Ms. Shamsuddin, and today we will be learning about classification. What's the word? Classification. Now I want you to look at these pictures I have. Notice that I separate the two sets of pictures. Now, can you say anything about these pictures? What do you think? Look at the pictures on the right, then look at the pictures on the left. What do they have in common, or what is similar about them? Now, if you would have looked at these pictures carefully, you would have noticed that the pictures on your left, that's the boy, the butterfly, the dog, the flower, the tree, and that plant they're growing, they're all considered as living things. If you look on the other side, the book, the gear, the cylinder, the purse, the globe, the pen, those things do not have life, and so we say they're non-living things. So, the two groups which we separated them into were living things and non-living things. Now, what do you think is classification? Yes, classification is putting things into groups. Classification involves putting things into a class or group according to a common feature, characteristic, or function, which makes it easier to make sense of. So, in other words, classification means to put objects or like objects in a group. For example, let's look at these words. We're not using pictures now, we're using these words: meter, liter, and grams. What can you say about these three words? Yes, they're all units of measurement. Then we have the words cricket, football, and basketball. These are all sports. Cat, goat, sheep, and cow, they are all animals. So, the three groups that we would have grouped or classed these different words into are measurement, sports, and animals. I hope you followed that example carefully. Now, some other classifications or groups that we can use are people, plants, and tools. So remember, we have different kinds of people. We have men, we have women, we have children. We have people belonging to different ethnic groups. We have people of different nationalities. But the fact is, we're all people. And so we will fall under the group called people. Then we have plants. So many plants in our environment. Big plants, little plants. Useful plants, harmful plants. The fact is, they're all plants. And so the group in which we would classify them is called plants. So we have things that we can use to fix things around the house or fix a car, a truck, whatever it is. We refer to those as tools. While some are big, some are small, but they are all tools. So here we have three pictures of things in which we can classify as people, plants, and tools. Now, for the group of people, we can further classify or break that large group of people into two other smaller groups. We can classify some of the people from that larger group into the group of adults. And we can also classify some of the people from the larger group into a group called children. So these are two other groups that we can classify people into. They could either be adults or they can be children. The same thing for our plants. We have some plants that are fruit plants, and we have some that are considered to be vegetables. So we can also do that. We can have fruits and we can have vegetables. And so that's how we classify things. We look for the things that are common among them and we put them in a group all together. Or we can say we classify them together. Now it's time for you to classify some objects. Here I have 5 options for you. I have liquids, colors, sports, clothes, and fruits. Liquids, colors, sports, clothes, and fruits. Now, as I read each list of words for you, you will choose which one of these words best label or classify these objects. Number 1, jacket, skirt, pants, dress. Jacket, skirt, pants, dress. What can we classify these as? Number 2, orange, banana, apple, grape. Orange, banana, apple, grape. What can we classify these as? Purple, white, green, yellow. That's number 3. Purple, white, green, and yellow. Choose the word that best classify these. Number 4, water, oil, orange juice, salt. Water, oil, orange juice, and salt. Choose the word to best describe the group or which can be used to classify these objects. Number 5, cricket, football, boxing, and hockey. What word will you use to classify these? Now, let's see how well you did on that activity. Jacket, skirt, pants, and dress. You're quite familiar with these. The word we can use to classify these is clothes. These are all pieces of clothing, and so we can use the word clothes to classify them. Orange, banana, apple, and grape, they're all fruits. And so the group they would belong to is fruits. Purple, white, green, and yellow are all colors. So the name under which these can be classified is colors. Water, oil, orange juice, and salt. Water, oil, orange juice, and salt are all liquids. So the group they belong to is liquids. And if you remember our example, we had cricket. So cricket, football, boxing, hockey, they are all sports or games we play. So sports would be the group under which they can be classified. Now there we had it. Did you get all of them correct? I'm pretty sure that you did get those correct because they were pretty simple. Now let's look back a little at some of the things we learned today. We've learned that classification involves putting things into a class or group according to a particular characteristic, so it is easier to make sense of. So in other words, we're saying that classification means putting like objects together in a group. And one of our very simple examples that we used was the words meter, liter, and grams. All of these words are used to describe units of measurement. And so, meter, liter, grams would all be considered to be units of measurement. Units of measurement being the group under which they can be classified. It's always a pleasure to have you on the vocabulary workshop. Do remember to join in for the next session on the NGSA Booster Program. So long for now.